taking off from KMBC without SID chart, I was confronted with the mountain's chain on the east side, and had to maneuver manually until reaching the needed altitude, and only then activate the AP. Choosing to fly at flight level 20,000 feet, I could enjoy the wonderful panoramic through cloud formations. So what makes KJAC to a high-risk airport? First of all, the weather conditions, especially in the winter season, year 2000. An airplane touched down 195 feet left of the runway centerline in snow-covered terrain, between the runway and taxiway. 2 ILS runway 18 approach plates were found in the airplane. One was out of date, and showed the uniform frequency as the CTAF. The other was current, and showed the tower frequency as the CTAF. Problem cause the pilot's failure to follow IFR approach procedures and perform a missed approach, when the runway was not in sight below approach minimums. Contributing factors were the co-pilot's failure to follow current ILS approach procedures, and use the correct frequency to turn on the runway lights, the snowy whiteout conditions near the ground, and the dark night light conditions. The other risk factor are the mountains surrounding the airport area. Year 1996. AC-130 crashed minutes after taking off from President Clinton's retreat in Jackson Hole. Problem cause: the crew failed to monitor the aircraft's position and flight path relative to high terrain surrounding Jackson Hole Airport. Consequently, the C-130 struck a mountain.
Spoilers full. Speed checked. Flaps 1. Approach phase activated.
SET, anti-ice. As required, FMGS approach phase.
Speed is not okay for next flaps position. Spoilers disarm. Spoilers half. Speed checked. Flaps 2. Spoilers retracted. Spoilers arm. Speed checked. Flaps 3. Speed checked. Flaps full.
I was there on track, in the Teton Mountain Range, and around the Jackson Lake. The valley, where the airport is located, is formed by the Teton Range on the western side, and the Gross Center Range, on the eastern side. Grand Teton National Park occupies the northwestern part of the valley, encompassing much of the Teton Range, as well as Jackson Lake.
Gear down.
KJAC is the only commercial airport in the United States located inside a national park, in this case Grand Teton. Although at high risk, it came third in a survey conducted by Private Flycom in 2011 to find the world's best airport approaches. It is a busy airport, hosting all kinds of aircrafts. The largest aircraft seen regularly is the Boeing 757-200 operated by United Airlines and Delta Airlines. Other aircraft typically seen include the Airbus A319 and A320, Boeing 737-700 and the Bombardier CRJ-700 regional jet.
Radio altimeter alive.
As you can see on chart, I began my descending at 11,000 feet, down to the high valley to runway at level of 6451 feet. Good weather conditions made this approach accomplished without difficulty. Only, while on final descent to runway, I saw that although the diamonds on PFD centered, the aircraft is going to miss the runway middle line, but I decided to stay on ILS, and the aircraft went down smoothly on the left runway side. All in all, not a bad landing.
400.
Land green checked.
$300. $200.
100 above.
Minimum 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard, retard,
Ground
retard.
closed. Descend.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20.
We ask that you please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20.